Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of week 2 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, great Monday Night Football. I got the Jennings prop we called. I almost picked the exact score. I said 31-21 San Fran. It ended up being 31-19. But Cam, I'm glad you switched off the Jets because Aaron Rodgers, old man Rodgers, did not look good. Maybe you should have played a little bit of the preseason there, buddy.
Great call by you. This is the thing. Veteran quarterbacks can take the preseason off, but you played, as I said before, not even a quarter of a game. So think about, you have no, other than Lazard, who was his main guy because he knows him, you have no chemistry with the other guys on the team. So Rodgers, sometimes you got to be a team guy and just show up and try to work on it. You're not some guy like Tom Brady who can roll in. And you know what the best is? Tom Brady goes to camp. He's losing 38-0. He wants to stay in the game. He's a different, that's why he is TB, because he's not some whiner that oh yeah, there's some problems here. You ever heard him throw anybody, like his receivers under the bus or anything? 6th round pick. Here's the thing, Drew. By the way, you look very bright today. Hopefully, I'm like, whoa, man. Like, whoa, that's yellow. But I'm going to tell you, great pick by you, and you had a great week. And what else can I say is the Jets, I know they're bad now. I think they're going to figure it out as the season goes on. They're a team to fade probably early few weeks, and then they're going to get better. That defense looked awful against San Fran.
Yeah,
awful.
I'm on the Titans this week. I know you're thinking about the switch. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, you didn't complete a pass for over 600 days, and you didn't think you needed preseason. And then he even said after the game, yeah, it's going to be tough working into it. I'm still getting used to the Achilles and stuff.
Well,
maybe you should have played some preseason.
I think it's unbelievable to me, Drew. Like, he's the leader of the team. So when you're a guy who's like that, you need to be better than everybody else. Like, look at hockey example, like Nathan McKinnon or something. Like, he yells like, "You're the leader of the team. You set the example for everybody else. You can't be the best and be a slacker compared to other guys on the team if you're the captain of the team, right?"
Yep, I totally agree with you. And Robert Salah just getting out.
Dude, this guy's an absolute. Him and Nate Hackett.
What a joke.
Hackett.
Yeah.
Dude, how do these guys get jobs, Drew? They must know where the bodies are buried, because Nate Hackett, I watched the play calling too. But Drew, you know him too well. Like, you know Nate Hackett big time. And this guy, to me, he's not an NFL coordinator. I don't even know if I'd put him on a college team. Like, he's awful. Awful.
Yeah, I don't. Cam, and how excited are you for that Netflix documentary about Aaron Rodgers' year off from his Achilles injury?
I'm going to be honest with you. I won't be watching.
I was like, we're going to fly to
take
some ayahuasca in the
Hey,
sky
I'm in the cave. Have you tried these mushrooms? Hey, maybe if I lick the walls here, honest to God, shut up and get out there and play.
Man. All right. Well, we both had decent weeks. You were 9-7. I was 11-5. If you want to count the pushes and the different lines, then I was.
We also won the hooks. Like, it depends where we go, but
it was different.
Yes,
it was different.
Yes.
It depends on which one of the shows you watch.
Yeah.
So either you were 500 or 2 games above, and I was 6 games above.
Good work,
Cam, it was a good week overall. The Titans really screwed us because that was our big play, and the Carolina Panthers really screwed you. So let's get into our changes before we get into our props. We're going to do our props on the board. I'm going to give a gold, silver, and bronze prop this week.
Nice. I like that.
I saw some comments asking, hey, can you give gold, silver, and bronze props? I was like, you know
call.
what? Yes, I can. So yeah, Cam, let's get into our changes this week. First off, I see you are switching off of 2 of your minerals. So people that watch the Monday show and don't watch the Thursday show, they're like, Cam, you told me your gold and silver was this and blah, blah, blah. Tell me why you're switching
Drew,
your gold Bengals pick.
We do the show on Monday to try to catch good numbers, and look what we did. We got the Lions at 6, and now it's 7.5. Smart. We did a couple games. We got the Giants at 3. It's been bet down to 1.5. Smart things we've done. But sometimes things change in games, and we're getting off numbers. Guys, we do a show on Monday. You know how many times I look at different books and line movement and crazy things that happen in a game, late injury. Like, these are leans on Monday's show. We'll stick to some of them. That's why we make changes. So here's a tip. Listen to Drew. He's on fire, and tune into the Thursday show, because that's when we're actually locking stuff in with props and everything else. Monday is basically, it's leans. You got to watch, but we're going to give you good numbers. Like, it's basically like a stock, right, Drew? We get it. Sometimes we lose on the stock. Sometimes we win. And this week we did a lot of good shopping because, like, the Detroit game, as I said, went from 6 to 7.5. There's some real weird line movement out here.
Yeah, it was just like even the Bills. I bet the Bills hard on Monday because I thought it was going to go down to like a -1 or pick them on game day. It's up to +3 in some spots today. I'm like, I was an idiot. I should have waited to get that 3.
But you're not an idiot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's why we do it early. It's a guessing game. You have to think what the books are going to do.
All right, so Cam, you are switching your gold pick from Cincinnati to Cleveland. Explain why.
I think there's a much. I learned over the years about the NFL with their narratives, and I know Deshaun Watson's like a jerk, and he's got another lawsuit, but this is all they're talking about now. I think it's time for this guy to dig deep. I know he's stealing money. I say you might as well be wearing a balaclava instead of a football helmet. But Cleveland also, if you look at Dallas's numbers in that game, Drew, Dak Prescott threw for under 180 yards. Like Cleveland's defense was not the problem in the game. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So now Cleveland, you're playing a Jacksonville team that they're okay. They're average. Like they're not a bad football team, but we're getting points in this game, and I think Cleveland's going to win this game outright. So I'm going to take it. Maybe I shouldn't put it as gold. Yeah, just leave it as gold. I like all minerals the same, but it'll be gold.
All right, and your other mineral switch is from from Baltimore to the Giants +3. Explain why you're getting off the Ravens at -8. I know you're feeling like iffy. Is it Lamar's injury, or is it just like you believe in Alec Pierce and the Raiders?
There's one problem, so I'm switching my pick totally. 8. So Baltimore, guys. Baltimore I'm taking the Raiders +8.5.
Yeah,
I have an issue with Baltimore in the way they do things, the plays they run, and also their offensive line is a problem. The Raiders have, what is the strength of their team? And I know they were shit against the Chargers. I'm not saying the Raiders are good, but they have Max Crosby and Wilkins. And the Baltimore Ravens have a patchwork line. I know Lamar can run. If there was a stationary quarterback, I'd love the Raiders even more, but they can also force them into problems. I worry about Pierce's coaching, but Drew, the more I thought about this game, I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win by a touchdown and the Raiders are just going to cover. So I want the dog.
And like the Chargers, Cam, they have the linemen to block Crosby and Wilkins.
Alt's
the Ravens
good.
do not have that line.
Mm-hmm. With you.
So I'm going to stay on the Ravens, but it's only because they beat up on bad teams.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they'd come 4th place in the division. So if they keep this game close, I'm going to be like all in on my Ravens suck this year narrative. But until I see it happen, I just can't do it. All right. Your next switch, Cam, are you keeping Seattle as your bronze? But you were switching off the Jets and going to the Titans with me. What Aaron Rodgers the Monday night just made you doubt him?
It's just one of those games. I think it's fishy. And one thing about the Titans is their defense played really well against the Bears. How did they lose that game?
I think this line is easy cover if Will Levis just protects the football.
I agree. Great call. If Will Levis can protect the damn football and they can get a little bit of pressure on Rodgers, knock him around a bit, I think the Titans can win the game outright. So I will switch it off. I'm going to take Tennessee, Drew. Like, what have we learned in this business? I know a team, they bitch slapped us. Like, they hurt us a lot. I'm in the Westgate contest with 3 other partners. We went 3-2. If the Titans cover, we go 4-1, and we're right at that is a great way to start the NFL season. It killed us. It absolutely killed us, but doesn't mean you can't come back. Give me the Titans, buddy. I'm with you on this one.
And just hand the ball off to Tony Pollard.
Yes.
Keep giving it to him. We saw Jordan Mason run for over almost 180 yards, Cam, on Monday night just because they just kept giving him the ball. And the Jets defensive line, until they get Reddick back, Cam, that front seven is not as good as it used to be. And Sauce was banged up. I know he said he was fine, but why aren't you in the game then?
Yep.
That was weird. Your other change, Cam, the Chargers to the Carolina Panthers. You're going back to the well. You said you would never bet them again. All the comments roasted our Carolina pick, but you're doing it again, Cam. Explain why.
Okay, guys in comments, I'm an idiot. That could have been the worst bet ever. But you also have to understand that things got out of control early for Carolina. So a lot of the things the Saints did, it was because Carolina, that's the thing. They didn't keep the game close and can implement a game plan. Now let's think about the Chargers. How good were they against the Raiders? Not really. The game was close and middling for a long time till the end. Pierce made a bad decision to punt.
Oh, yeah, the Raiders could have won that game.
That's what I'm saying. And they made multiple mistakes in that game. They did not play that well, and they still were there. Carolina is at home. We're getting 6 with the original line. That's why I took, I have to take them, Drew. I have to take them. And
it's grown from the 4.5 on Monday to 6. This is one of the lines. I got the Chargers at 4.5. Cam's taking the Carolina Panthers at 6, which when you see the board with 2 different lines, that's why, because Cam's switching on Thursday.
Thank you, Drew. Good explanation. I don't know really how to explain it, but I'm taking Carolina. 6 claws, and they could if they lose this game say they lose by 7. I'm not even going to be that mad. But if they get blown out again, we have to regroup at the Red Lobster with Flavor Flav. And have you seen Flavor Flav's Red Lobster commercials? They're amazing.
No.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Red Lobster was going out of business, but the back Jack garlic shrimp. Yeah, he's like, does this new lob?
I respect him just catching the paycheck. He's just going for paycheck.
Dude, that guy will show up to the opening of a fucking envelope, and know what? He is my new favorite spokesperson. The minute he did the commercial, I go, I'm going to fucking Red Lobster. I can use some Cheddar Bay biscuits and some garlic shrimp. Anyway, give me Carolina. Comments? Please, please, please. I know you're going to hate on me, But this is the spot at home. And no, Drew, the overreactions, everyone's down. I actually think this is going to be a survivor pick. People are going to take the Chargers, and it's going to be the ultimate sweat job. I think they're going to win by like 3. If they like, it's going to be tight.
Cam, I hope you're right. Like I'm fine getting this Chargers pick wrong if you get the Carolina pick. I just don't want to see you get embarrassed when the Carolina Panthers lose by 30 again, because that would just be
if they lose again, Drew, by 30 points,
like 20 plus.
I have a bet with Mayo, and he gave me plus 1.5. We're going to do the Asian spread too, but so he has New Orleans and I have Carolina, like ultimate wins. If they go 0-2 again, like I'm just sitting there going, I might as well just like donate. Like might as well just go to the bank, take out a chunk of money, and start like people with their hands out. Boom, boom, boom. I have another bet with a guy. I said they'd win over. He gave me 5. I win at 5. The original 4.5. I need Carolina to, like, if they can find a way to win this game, this changes my whole life. Sorry, Jeff Feinberg. I mean, you're my buddy. I got to think about my wallet. You're rich.
Speaking of those Cheddar Bay biscuits are disgusting, by the way, Cam. Before we get off that,
what? Are you nuts? I actually bought the mix from the store at the Metro.
Biscuits are gross. Like even like the biscuits.
No, they're hot. You put a little bit of butter on them. They got cheese on the top.
I'd rather bread. I'd rather just regular bread.
Your takes are shit. The fact that you think Cheddar Bay biscuits suck when they got cheddar and they're like I will say this.
I like the mouthfeel of the biscuits.
The top of it's awesome. It's like a muffin. The top's better than the rest, but it's still better than fucking bread.
Nah,
actually, you know what? Kentucky Fried Chicken soft white bread with the butter is delicious. I could eat fucking rolls of that shit. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd rather a regular Italian bread, and so the biscuits don't.
Actually, a baguette is a winner. You're right, Drew. Sorry, I forgot. Right. I forgot I was hanging out with like Hank Hilton over here. Yeah, Cheddar Bay biscuits not good enough for me. If Flavor Flav says they're fucking good enough, I'm eating them. Next.
He's getting paid to say that, though. All right, I'm switching off the Bengals, Cam, to the Kansas City Chiefs. They're now 5.5. I love the Bengals coming into this because they always keep it tight against the Chiefs. And we even said it to each other. We're like, "Why? Who bets on the Chiefs as a favorite? We shouldn't do that." That's why you had the Bengals as your gold. But I'm going off at Cam. I saw Burrow's press conference. He doesn't look right. His wrist thing with the water bottle. Chase doesn't seem happy to be there. Higgins is out again. There's like a weird vibe going around the Bengals. And like, I just don't want to be on that train right now. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stick with the Bengals. But Kansas City literally can name their number in this game. I'm just like basing this on past history. And if Burrow's more hurt than we think, I'm fucked. So I'm going to tell you this. I think Kansas City's probably the right side. I'm just betting Cincinnati because they always play them well. Yep. And I think they'll find a way to grind maybe with the back door with that number. But Drew, I don't have a problem with it. Kansas City, like, let's call it out for what it is. This is the best Kansas City Chiefs team we've ever seen. Like, better than the ones that won the Super Bowl before. They can murder Cincinnati in this game.
Oh, 100%. All right, Cam, so you're on the Raiders now. I'm on the Chiefs. I'm going to switch off as well from Atlanta to Philadelphia. Looking at that defensive line, Philly, the front seven, I'm just like, you know what? I watched the Atlanta game back against Pittsburgh. Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles don't have the front seven that the Steelers have. They don't have the TJ Watt, but they still are pretty goddamn good. And Kirk just can't move right now, Cam. No. He can't step into his throws. Like, I don't want to bet on any of these Achilles injury quarterbacks. And I thought, like, thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Cousins threw 4 touchdowns against them last season. This isn't the Minnesota Vikings, though, Cam. This is the Atlanta Falcons. I think this could be a blowout for the Eagles on Monday night, so I'm going to switch that side.
I think your switches, you've been great with them. And I'm going to tell you this, Drew, too. I think it's basically this game comes down to game planning. If Atlanta can find a way to get Bijan Robinson and other guys in certain packages, I think Drake London is going to be a key in this game. He was basically a ghost. This is what they have to do. The Philadelphia secondary, that's their weakness. Their front seven's good. So you have to basically find soft zone in their coverage and nickel and dime these guys down the field, and then take your shots with the big guy. Hey, Pitt's got a touchdown last week. There's mismatches with Atlanta.
He was wide open, too.
They have to find him. No, I use my fantasy tight. Oh, yeah, by the way, in your Steve Dangle league there, I had the best team going, and I left 100 and something points on the bench. I'm fucking, like, honest to God, and I lost my other fantasy game. I thought Reed, I played him. Kept him on the bench in 2 of my 3 leagues.
Cam, you had 3 guys on your bench score over 25 points.
Yeah, I know.
And like in your lineup, it was like 2 points, 1 point, 3 points. I was like, damn, Cam was a bad coach this week.
I'm the worst. I'm the Nate Hackett of fantasy football.
You always make the wrong lineup call.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm benching George Pickens against Denver for Khalil Shakir tonight. We'll see.
I think that's a good play.
In my league. I just don't like Pickens against Surtain. That's what I'm thinking about. All right, Cam, let's go over our full picks before we get into our props. So on Thursday night, we'll go through your picks first. You got the Bills, you got the Lions. You switched off the Jets to the Titans. You're on the Seahawks. You're on Cleveland Browns as your gold pick. You are on the Minnesota Vikings +5. You are on the Colts. You are on the chart. You switched to the Carolina Panthers +6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. Yeah.
Giants +3, Raiders +8.5. Dallas, you were on Dallas. You're keeping on Dallas, right? -6.5.
I'll stay. I'm getting worried.
You're on the Arizona Cardinals +1. You are on Denver Broncos +3. You are staying on the Bengals +6. You're on Houston Texans -6.5, and then you are staying on Atlanta +6 on Monday Night Football. Your minerals are the Browns, the Giants, and the Seahawks. You believe in the Seahawks. We'll see if they can do it against the New England
Well, we got 3. That line's 3.5 now. So even a push, I won't be too mad at. I'll play him in a money line parlay as well.
Yeah, fair enough. My picks, Cam. I got the silver Buffalo Bills +2.5 on Thursday Night Football. The Lions, I'm with you. I'm on the Titans. I'm on Seattle with you. Cleveland Browns. San Fran -5 is my gold. Indianapolis Colts +3. Chargers -4.5 is what the line I got on Monday. Giants +3. I'm staying on the Ravens -8. Dallas -6.5. The Rams was my bronze -1. Steelers -3. Switching to the Chiefs on Houston, and then switching to the Eagles -6. Yeah, Cam, hopefully we can have good weeks again. That's all I want to say.
I wish you were on Arizona. Like, you know what? I got Arizona as a dog. They're favored by 1.5 now. That's a nice little swing for me.
Yeah, Cam, I don't care. The line could be -6 Rams. I would take it. That's how confident.
That's bullshit. You would take it up to 3.
No,
you would not take Arizona at home getting 6
points.
Be
like alt spread. I'm going to be taking like -13.5 Rams. I don't think this is going to be close.
First, you're fucking mocking Cheddar Bay Biscuits, and you're telling me you would actually lay 6 with the Rams on the road against Arizona.
Yes.
Okay.
McVay dominates them.
I know they do, but that's nuts.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well, then again, I bet on
the L word, but it's an L word.
I bet on Carolina. So I must. Oh my God! I'm looking at Joe Burrow's hairdo. Like whatever. He looks like fucking Cody Rhodes, the wrestler. Like identical,
yeah,
dead ringer. He's a dead ringer for Cody Rhodes, and he's got the same hair. Dude, like how old are you? That's a haircut of a 12-year-old from a boy band. Get it together. You're a man.
Cam, I was saying to Jesse that you need to do blonde highlights in your hair because you would look like Joe Burrow 10 years later.
I don't care if I have blonde eyebrows. I pencil them in, and I still have hair, which is great for a guy that's 50. I'm going to tell you something. This guy has the haircut of an 8-year-old. Like, you can't be a man and have that haircut. I'm sorry. Look at his teeth, too. Are those dentures? What is going on? Anyway.
Does that make you want to switch off the Bengals just looking at them? That was me watching
actually, you know what? I'm starting to think Kansas City. I just watched that press conference with Burrow, and I'm in orbit right now. Like, I don't even know what the hell. Like, dude, are you a kid? Like, Drew, he plays in the NFL and dresses like he's in fucking New Kids on the Block or in sync. This is nuts. Then again, I have 9 Under Armour shirts, but I get what fits. I'm not Joe Burrow. I'm a fucking clown that lives in Mississauga.
$55 million
I live in a loser town home in Mississauga. What do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Cam, let's get into our props of the week. Number 1 prop is over/under highlights in Cam's hair the next 20 years.
Under. Remember, I learned a valuable lesson. For all you gingers out there, kick a ginger day, we have one thing going for us. Just one. They are always the last to go gray. It's a fact. Brian Blessing. You know what? Ever look at a redhead when they're like 60? Yeah, still have hair. What?
Cam, but gingers always have gray in their beards. That's a fact.
Yeah, but they still have their color though. I've never used Just for Men, and I'm fucking 50, bro. 2 minutes for looking so good. No Maurice formula for me. Like I know guys, I have buddies that are like they're sweating and they drip out that like shit. Like, dude, like get it together. Yeah. That's embarrassing. Dude, why don't you just grab a thing of shoe polish?
Not worth it. Like just have the gray. Who cares?
Sometimes it's like that guy with the orbit bald when you're orbit. Get the whole thing done. You can't live with a Saturn ring around your head. Get it done.
Yeah.
Like
the island in the middle. That
don't
people have?
Hold on. See, Drew, this is why dude, we should just do a show on Anyway, we've already talked about some of the chocolate bars and shit. Anyway, we'll save that for the Halloween special.
Yeah. Anyway, that's coming up.
It is.
All right. So Cam, Thursday Night Football tonight. Bills at Dolphins. I got some props for tonight. Do you have any props for tonight?
Yes, I do, Drew. I have Dalton Kincaid, anytime touchdown plus 225. Okay. Kincaid first touchdown 15-1. And Wright for the Dolphins with all their injuries. I think he might get a few more touches tonight, taking a chance with Jalen Wright.
It looks like Achan's going to play, though, unfortunately.
Okay, then I'll gas that. But if Achan even is limited, I like Jalen Wright plus 160. Game time decision. And over... I got to believe that what receiver do you like in the Bills the most? Coleman. Coleman's going to have a big game, is he? And what about Kincaid over 4.5 catches?
It's possible. I don't like Coleman at all tonight because Jalen Ramsey's going to be on him, and that's a tough matchup for the Rook. I'm really into Shakir tonight over his 3.5 catches because he's in the slot. But but I don't even like the Bills receivers too much. Jalen Waddle is probably my favorite prop tonight. Over 61.5 receiving yards with Taron Johnson, the Bills slot corner out. He's an all-pro, Cam. I know Cam Lewis is okay, but Taron Johnson was one of the best in the league at covering the slot. They throw Waddle in the slot. I think Waddle's going to have a day. 61 is too low for him, I think.
Drew, usually these Thursday night games go under the number, but how do I not take Bills in a teaser plus 9.5 over 41.5? Like, it almost seems too good to be true, and then I'm going to lose, right?
The Bills haven't lost by more than 6 points, Cam, in 45 straight games. It's an NFL record.
I might even just not even worry about the total. I might just take the Bill, but they should go over. There's no defense. The Bills.
Yeah, I think it's because of the weather. It might supposed to rain in the first half, so I think that's the thing's going to be lower scoring.
Rain don't mean shit. Wind is the problem. Wind.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, Josh Allen averages 280 yards passing in his career against Miami, and he has never, I repeat, never failed to throw at least 2 touchdowns in the game. Cam, if you parlay over 247.5 plus over 1.5 touchdowns tonight, it is plus 200 for Allen to do that. I mean, I love that prop. He's never not hit those numbers against the Dolphins.
Great pick. Now, we did it on our show. We had some props, and that one just sticks out. Like the fact that they're posting a 1.5, it's just it's ridiculous. Like he's there. I love that pick, Drew.
All right, perfect. Those are the only props I like. I like Waddle and Allen tonight. I like James Cook rushing over. I think it's like 60.5. I do like that, but the rain has me worried that it's gonna be sloppy and maybe the rushing isn't there for him.
He'll be fine. Another thing, Drew, like when people talk about rain, it's a good time to run the ball. Sometimes the DBs get caught up in it too.
Cook has a case of fumbleitis, though. I think it could be a Ray Davis game.
You know what they do? They might do a lot of dump offs to Cook.
Yeah, that's why I like Shakir's over catches too.
Okay.
He's the screen guy. All right, moving on to the weekend, Cam. I'll give you my gold, silver, and bronze picks. So what do you want me to start with? My gold, my silver, or my bronze?
You know what? Just because I do other shows and they always start with gold, and I disagree, and they always yell at me and call me a moron. Start with bronze and work your way up, because now we're going to do it different. Start with bronze.
All right. My bronze is Terry McLaurin over 49.5 receiving yards. He only had 17 yards in week 1, Cam, but that was not against the Giants defense. And their head coach came out and said, listen, Jaden Daniels has to throw the ball more. He can't just take off running. I don't think I've ever seen McLaurin under 50 yards, Cam. 49.5. That's way too low for an elite receiver in this league. Even if I miss this number, Cam, if I lose this prop, I'm happy betting this number.
Yeah, I agree. Low. I think McLaurin's number should be like 64.5. It's way off.
Yeah, I think because he could take one catch, 49.5 yards. So yeah, give me Terry McLaurin over 49.5 receiving yards as my bronze. What's something you like? Give me an anytime TD you love this week.
Well, I have a whole list. So how about you do yours, and I'll go through my whole list. I have running back anytime TDs. I did receivers and 2 tight ends. I actually categorized it this week for you, Drew.
All right, perfect. My silver for this week, Cam, is J.K. Dobbins over 50.5 rushing
yards. Love it.
He had 130 against the Raiders in week 1, 50.5 against the Carolina Panthers. You kidding me? This line should be like 65, 70. So give me J.K. Dobbins over 50.5 rushing yards. And my gold for the week is Alvin Kamara over 4.5 catches parlayed with over 28.5 receiving yards. He had 5 for 27 this week against Carolina when they were dominating. I don't think they dominate this game. I think against Dallas they're going to be down, which means more chucking for Derek Carr, which means more checkdowns for Kamara. Actually, he could have 10 catches in this game, Cam. 4.5 is way too low for receptions. So go Alvin Kamara, gold pick, 4.5 catches.
Love your props, Drew, and well thought out too with the parlay there. I think it's fantastic. So I'm going to do my anytime touchdowns, and let's just I know we fuck around, but this is actually a segue. My first one is Dobbins at plus 105. Ooh. People are talking about Gus the Bus. No. Dobbins was a guy when he was in Ohio State, could have been like one of the best running backs. His whole career has been ravaged by injuries. Drew, you remember him in Iowa State? He used to bury guys, stiff arm, roll over 4. Like he was a monster. Now, for the first time, he's finally getting healthy. I know Gus will get a couple touches, but Dobbins is a beast. I love your prop. I'm going to bet that too. Anytime touchdown plus 105. Charbonnet for Seattle is plus. Do you want me to go through my whole list, or what do you want me to do?
Okay. So you think Walker's not playing?
No, but it doesn't matter if Walker. Yeah, no, sorry. No, we're talking about Dobbins. Or do you want me to start with Charbonnet?
I'm saying I heard you say Charbonnet. So
yes, okay. You got to hear me out on this one. He got a touchdown last week. Even if Walker is, Seattle knows he's the meal ticket. He'll be limited this week. So Charbonnet will get balls, touches, handoffs, and receptions. And you know what? He's plus 130 for an anytime touchdown. I'm in. And also, if Walker's not playing, McIntosh becomes the second back.
I thought you were McIntosh.
5-1. So to two Seahawks, I got to sprinkle on McIntosh at 5. Charbonnet plus 130. Jerome Ford for the Browns. I like them as my gold. Plus 140 anytime touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. Sorry, I should have gone like percentages and gone up. But Jonathan Taylor is plus 110 touchdown. Singletary of the Giants will get in this week. Plus 110. Najee Harris. A lot of ground game with with Pittsburgh against Denver. What a number, plus 180. And Brian Robinson, bullet in ass. I love this guy, plus 165 versus the Giants. Receiving touchdowns. Let's go with Rice of Kansas City at plus 150 for an anytime touchdown. Drake London in a bounce back game for the Falcons. Who's your neighbor? Neighbors on the Giants, plus 160. And Aaron Rodgers' old security blanket, the Lizard, Alan Lazard, plus 235. I got 2 tight ends for you. Laporta, plus 130. And Goddard, plus 210. Good luck, everyone.
Laporto's line was what? Plus 230?
130. Slow, but Detroit's going to spread it all over the country against Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay's got. Why did that line go to 7.5? Injuries. Their secondary's beat up.
Cam, I like your anytime TD props. The Jerome Ford one, I also like over his catches in that game. It's not one of my minerals, but I probably have it in a couple parlays. So usually every week we do an anytime TD parlay, Cam, where we each take 3 guys on the week. So let's do that this week because last time I saw a bunch of people hitting 6-time TD parlays. So let's each give 3 guys. I'll go 1, you go 1, back and forth. See if we can hit a 6 TD parlay and see how much it'll
Can I give you some individual bets quick for everyone? I played this one with chalk. 5 guys: Montgomery touchdown, McCaffrey touchdown, Breece Hall touchdown, Elliott touchdown, Derrick Henry. $20 gets you 227.85.
Wow. So what's the odds on that?
I don't know. 227 to whatever divided by 20. You tell me. So 12 to 1, 12 and a half, 13.
Something like that.
I don't know.
We're not the mathematicians.
I got enough in my head. I don't want to go back to school. Calculus.
All right, so Cam, give me your first guy on this 6-guy parlay.
Any guy?
Yep.
Breece Hall, Jets.
Breece Hall, Jets. Okay, let me add it here. Okay, so we're going to start off the parlay with Breece Hall and the Jets against the Titans. Even though we like the Titans, you're taking Breece Hall as your first one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let me find Breece Hall. Anytime minus 150. Done. All right, my first guy is going to be Jerome Ford against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Cam. I think Cleveland keeps it close, and he's plus 137 anytime. So give me Jerome Ford anytime TD. Give me one more guy.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry against the Raiders. Again, betting against your parlay, but that doesn't matter. Minus 163 for him. My next pick, Cam, will be...
Why you go with McCaffrey? In the parlay, it's too juicy?
I don't think he's going to play. My next one's going to be David Montgomery against Tampa Bay.
Love it. That's in my parlay. I got another one for you, Drew. Pacheco.
All right, one more guy. Need one more guy for anytime TD for this parlay.
Oh, I wanted Montgomery. Damn it. Ezekiel Elliott. Did I say him?
Nope. So let's add Zeke anytime. And then one more from me. I will go with
Pacheco.
This is good. You're not gonna like this, but I like it, Cam.
Stevenson.
You ready for this?
Stevenson.
Colby Parkinson, LA Rams, tight end. Am I crazy?
Why? We're working on something so beautiful right here.
Fine.
No flyers. Okay, I got an idea.
Fine. Kyron Williams. Is that fine?
Whatever. Yes, but let's keep it simple on one, and then we go bonkers on the other. We got to win
Kyron
one.
Williams. I'm going to get Kyron Williams. I'm going to play with Parkinson as well because it's 95 to 1 when you add him. It's 33 to 1 with Kyron Williams added. So we got
You're making my
Hall,
blood pressure
Ford,
soar.
Ford, Henry, Montgomery, Elliott, Kyron Williams, 33 to 1. $20 pays 700.
And can you please send me these picks and everything you've documented in email form so I can look at it and do all these things? Thank you.
Yes. And I'm going to delete Kyron Williams right now. Add Parkinson, like I said.
No, but add it to another one. Like if you want to do it, like I got a crazy one too with all sorts of like I got a Macintosh with like a couple of thing pays like $72,000. It's not going to win.
You don't know that?
Yeah, I do know that because I took like the dumbest shit on the board, like third string running backs and stuff. Like it's fucking dumb. Like it's not gonna
okay.
win.
So Cam, let's do. What do you want to do? The crazy 4 tight end guys? Like you like tight ends?
I failed at that game miserably last week. So
yeah, you did.
Okay, I'll give you 2. How about you give me Goddard and Laporta and you pick 2, and then we got to do a 4-man tight end pool, and then I'm done.
All right, Goddard and Laporta. Let's add them. Laporta plus 130. Let me add Goddard. Sorry, everyone. I know this isn't exciting watching me click.
No, it is. It is exciting because we're talking about money and parlays. Like you're keeping it together.
Goddard, Laporta. I'm gonna go with Evan Ingram.
Yeah, good call.
And let's do. You know what? I'm gonna go Schoonmaker in Dallas.
I like that call
because Jake Ferguson likely not playing. So we got Laporta, Goddard, Ingram, and Schoonmaker. 50-1, Cam. Four guys.
Sold.
I'm gonna get these on the screen for everybody so they can see.
Thank you.
So that does it. That's our props, Cam. Any other crazy flyers tonight? Like, what's it? I know you said, what'd you say? Kincaid first TD. Is there any other first TD bets you got for Thursday Night Football?
No, I'm just going to go with Kincaid at 15-1. And I actually, Drew, I will say this to people. I know I fucked up with Carolina. We have hit so far in every primetime game the first touchdown. I had Breece Hall last game. He did it against the Niners. We're on a heater right now. Like that's so. How many games have been played? I think we're 5-0 right to our first touchdown, and that's only betting one player per team. Like I don't take 6 guys or anything like that. One guy per team. So with Miami, I'd go with I don't know the running back situation. I'd take a flyer on Wright, but I want Kincaid for Buffalo.
I'm going to take a flyer on Dawson Knox just because I know like both Titans are going to be in the game.
Yep,
and if Knox gets it, he's 28-1. Like they're just like I think him and Kincaid should be almost the same when it comes to first TD. And Knox 28-1. I'm going to take the guy that's just a longer odds just because.
I like it, Drew. Smart play.
All right. Well, that does it, Cam, for week 2 of our prop show. That does it for week 2 in general. Hopefully we do well, just like last week. Hopefully all our props hit. Hopefully these parlays hit. One of these parlays hit, Cam. I'll be a very happy man. I don't know about you.
No, I'll be sad when I have fucking money to take care of my life. No, yeah, I'll cry. No, honestly, after what happened with Tennessee and all the times we've been short, if Gambler can give us one fucking taste of like a $5,000, $6,000, you know what?
One time.
I won't worry. Like everything will be just once. I'm not even asking for something crazy. Like just please help us. And please don't have bad beats like Tennessee last week. Could things work out our way? Like hopefully we just catch some breaks this week.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right, everybody. That does it for week 2 of the Drew and Stu podcast. Please click like, please click subscribe, please rate and review on all audio platforms. Just download them, rate and review. It helps us out, it helps myself out, it helps Cam out. And it's not that hard, Cam. Like you can just pull out your phone, click download, rate it.
I need help too because apparently the doctor, they said they got to put something in my pecker and I might have to go for surgery. So I don't know if OHIP's covering it. Well, I got major bladder and prostate people. Like I might have to do like a GoFundMe pretty soon. So let's win some money.
Let's hit that parlay to help Cam's pecker. Okay, I
got a bladder issue. It's like an old man.
I mean, we're talking about parlays. Now you're talking about stuff.
Over under urinations 21.5 over. Like I go like 25 times a day. Like it's nuts. Yeah, well, I can't empty my bladder.
What's the saying? Getting old sucks. That's the
it really does, Drew. It stinks.
Well, we're gonna hit a huge parlay so that you can get everything covered. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, then we'll buy a horse and see how that goes and lose all the money horse race.
Buy a horse.
I tried that once too. That failed miserably.
Yeah. Okay. What was your horse's name?
Conflict Diamond won one race.
Yeah.
Wire to wire. Go check it out on YouTube. 9 lengths. And then the next week you heard his hoof and we were done.
Hey, and no more eating meat covered in the blue freezer bag nonsense. I heard that story. I was just dying of laughter.
Well, I didn't realize because there was a whole, and people don't understand. It's not those big blue plastic ones. It's the soft ones, and they got a little leak in it. So I had a Ziploc bag and a cooler with all sorts of other things. So I just started eating, and I noticed that the bread's like blue because like I took it because it leaked into the thin Ziploc. But anyway, yeah, people were like, I don't kind of No, not the ones that look like friggin' medicine. Like they're soft ones.
No, I know the soft ones that fold and you freeze them and you can put them in the cooler and stuff.
Yeah. Like, because the other ones, like, unless you're an idiot and don't put the cap on, it's not going to leak. No, they're indestructible.
Yeah. But still, like, you got to look at your food before you eat it, Cam. Like, come on, you can't be eating blue stuff.
I was wasted. Do you trust Flex Seal? Right. Do you trust like that tape, like where the guy's going over the boat with gators? No, exactly. Bullshit. So. Anyway, we'll talk about some other things later. We'll do like a product show, and there's a lot of things I have to get off my chest.
All right, please click like, please subscribe, everybody. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, and we will see you on Monday.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live.